I think it's about time, man, that I made a video for the Jackboys. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know what it's like when them Jackboys find themselves incarcerated. Only because when I was young, I used to do dumb and wild stuff like that. So for you Jackboys out there watching this video, man, listen up. Tune into the real spill. Cause Frog gonna give it to you raw. So let's talk about it.
Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Frog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If it's your first time tuning in over here on K-Frog TV, everything I talk about has to do with some type of lockup, jail, prison, etc. All right, I try to give it to you the realest I can, try to break it down to where majority people can relate, and I try to let people know that you ain't the only one that witnessed that. You ain't the only one that been through that. You ain't the only one that did stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talk about over here on this channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. My name's Frog, but let's get into it. For this video here, I'm talking about the Jackboys. You know what I'm saying? The ones that get up, let me get that, taking stuff by force. I'm talking about what it's like for them inside of the chain gang. And I'm gonna get a little deep into this one, man, because, you know, believe it or not, old Frog, you know, once upon a time, you know, a little while ago, you feel me, Frog himself was a Jackboy. You know, that's how I ended up getting shot right here, if y'all seen the video when I got shot. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I'm gonna let y'all know what it's like for Jackboys when you find yourself incarcerated. All right, now, of course, just because you got the title of a Jackboy, ain't no favoritism up the road. It isn't like, oh, watch out, bro. Hey, hey, bro, right there, a Jackboy, bro. Be careful. That shit means absolute nothing, all right? I'm just being real with you. You feel me? No matter how many people you robbed on the streets, shit, it don't even matter how many people you killed, bagged, harmed, whatever. None of that matters when you find yourself incarcerated. When you find yourself locked up, that shit goes out the window. You gotta get that respect and all that credit that you got on the streets. You gotta earn all that while you're locked up. It's a clean slate. You might run into a couple people you know that got respect for you for things you done, you know, and stuff like that. But as far as like everybody staying out your way, everybody tilting their hat, everybody showing you respect because you was a Jackboy, no. You're gonna have to start from the bottom and work your way up, right? But I'm gonna tell you this, it ain't all peaches and cream. You can rob people in the chain gang. It's been done, it happens. But I will tell you this, it isn't if it happens to you, it's when it happens to you. You feel me? Which means you might go to an institution, you might get away with jacking 5, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people, whatever it is. And you might feel like, man, I'm robbing people my entire bid. You feel me? I'm in here, man, they put me in 8 on, boy, I'm get up or you getting wet. They put me in beat on, get up or your ass getting cut. They put me in seat on, get up or I'm $1.50. You know, you can say and feel however you felt at that institution. Got plenty of robberies under your belt at that institution. And I tell you what, it will catch up to you in the chain gang. Somebody, they ain't even got to be as big and bad as you, but somebody gonna buck the jack. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. Eventually you're gonna meet your maker, all right? Now, I'm gonna tell you, for the institutions that I went to, how it was for Jackboys, all right? Now, everybody claim they gangster. Everybody claim they real. Until they get put in a real situation. Now, the institutions I was at, when I got to prison, my last mindset was that Jackboy shit. You know, it was like, man, it is what it is. If somebody in here, you know what I'm saying, I was always on that hitting licks, trying to come up, trying to get over on somebody, finessing somebody. And if, you know, they kind of want to take it there, I want to take it there as well. You know what I'm saying? So I had that on my mind. Like, I'm not going to change who I am. You feel me? But I will tell you this. When I got locked up and I seen what was happening to the people who were trying to continue to be Jackboys, I mean, I'm not the dumbest person there is, so I'm smart enough to realize, hold on, I'm seeing this happen to these boys. You know, Jackboy, you know, he getting flipped and cut up. Jackboy, he getting $1.50 and poked up. He getting airlifted. He getting put with a shit bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all this happen, and I can tell you straight up that I put 2 and 2 together and was like, being a jack boy in the chain gang ain't where it's at. I didn't have to find out myself neither. I was able to just sit back and watch all the falling jack boys, all the ones that, you know, failed and ones that met their maker. I was able to watch it go down, watch what they do to people who try to continue to be a jack boy. You see what I'm saying? You find yourself in an institution where people ain't having that, where people gonna buck the jack, then boy, you gonna find yourself in a situation, okay? I'm just being 100 with you. And I feel like you'll get harmed quicker in the chain gang than you would on the streets being a jack boy. Because the world's so big, you know, and you're running the people everywhere. The world's so big that you're running thousands of people, tons of people, you know, and it's kind of like a hit or miss if you run into someone that's like you. You feel me? Or can relate to you, or is living like that and into that savage lifestyle like you. You feel me? But when you find yourself in the chain gang, in prison, there ain't nothing but people in there who were wrong, at the wrong place at the wrong time, who were wrongly convicted, or who are really living like that, who did what they wanted to do. You know, so it's kind of like you're in a little area with a bunch of people just like you. People that probably done jacked people before, robbed people. People that got bodies. People that gotten away with bodies. People that still are catching bodies. So you being a jack boy at the road is only putting you in harm's way. Now, when you're in prison, in general, you're in harm's way. So you're dancing with the devil. You feel what I'm saying? It's like playing with fire. You know you're going to get burnt. You stick your hand in a rattlesnake hole. You know you're going to get bit. So it's like when you're in the chain gang in such a dangerous environment anyways, and you decide, oh, I'm going to be a jack boy. You feel me? My whole life I've been taken. So I'm going to take. It can catch up to you, though. I'm going to be real with you. You feel me? And when I landed in the chain gang, I told videos of certain people we robbed and different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I even got a song, which is the intro. It's called Chain Gang Robbery. If you listen to it, you can literally learn almost everything you need to know about the chain gang just in one song. You feel me? But I've been there. I've done that. I've took shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations. You feel me? But does that mean that I could do that everywhere? No. And the reason for that is because you never know who you're running into. You get what I'm saying? People buck the jack. How you think graveyards got started? Think about it. So when you find yourself locked up and you're a jack boy, I'm gonna be real with you. This my God's honest advice. If you're a jack boy and you find yourself incarcerated in prison, my advice to you is to just fall back. Watch what happens to all the other jack boys. Straight up. Just watch them drop. They dropping like dominoes. Just watch. Sit back and observe and try to be more patient. You feel me? Because a lot of times when it comes to being a jack boy, it comes to robbing. You know, you're money hungry. You're chasing. You know, you ain't got no patience. That's why you need to take someone else's shit. You feel like what they have, they don't deserve. What they have, you need. What they have can help you get out of whatever situation you're in or fill whatever needs it is that you need this for. So you want to take what they have. But if you sit back and observe, it's harder to do on the streets when you're a jack boy because the world's moving at a fast pace. You get what I'm saying? So it's not impossible, but it is harder to be a jack boy and fall back in the streets when you got all this stuff being thrown at you. Baby mama want money for this. Formula, diapers, wipes, all that shit. Then you got bills that are needed to do. Your water, your lights, your rent, your car insurance, your cell phone bill. If you own a house, a mortgage, you know what I'm saying? Or school projects or you know, different things to where you're like, the money's going out faster than it's coming in. So you think like, man, I'm finna just go take bruh shit. And, you know, and that's what it is. But you ain't got time to have the patience on the streets. In the chain gang, you got nothing but time. So just sit back, fall back, and pay attention to all the other dumbasses that didn't do this, that decided to continue to jack boy. Instead of robbing for money and gold and shit on the streets, now they robbing for chips, soups, chilies, tunas, oatmeals, milks. trail mixes. You feel me? So they're still doing the same shit they were doing on the streets, but they're doing it for a smaller amount now. You feel me? But watch and learn. Just sit back and observe and watch what happens to them. And take that patience to where you realize, damn, somehow, some way, if God brings you to it, he'll bring you through it. So now that you done fell back and you're watching all these dumbasses get flipped and getting, hurt and stabbed and all that, as you fell back by having patience, somehow it all ended up in your favor. In the same situations that you was going to rob for, 9 times out of 10, by the time the deadline is, or even if you didn't make the deadline, shit gets better regardless after that. You get what I'm saying? Because after a storm, Mother Nature gonna bring sunshine again. You feel me? So regardless, if you sit back and just think of how much shit you felt like you were stressing over before, but what do they all have in common? You got through it. Right? So when you sit back and you observe and you have patience and you watch all these other dumbass Jackboys want to try to continue that shit when they locked up, the one thing that you had that they didn't have was patience. And you gonna see how there's 12 of y'all in there, how 11 of their ass got flipped. And you the last one standing. But by you being patient, that don't just mean you survived, but that also means that you were able to find, with that time of being patient, you were able to find another route, another support system, another way to make the money and make a hustle. See what I'm saying? Instead of cutting yourself short like that, you can see the whole field now. Instead of just seeing the damn, the fucking, the base in the baseball game, you're able to see the whole field. You see? And now that you can see more, you're able to just maneuver how you want to. And before you know it, you're going to find other ways. And then I tell you what, if you was a jack boy before you went to the chain gang like I was, and you learn patience, and you maneuver, and you view shit from a different angle, by the time you come home, you're going to be so into getting money. You're going to be so into trying to find a way to, to where you're going to look at everybody who does that jack boy shit like they stupid. You know what I'm saying? And me, personally, when I was doing that hot head stuff before I went up the road, I'm going to be 100 with you. I was robbing drug dealers. You feel me? What I look like standing on the block hustling? Nah, hell nah. Let them boys right there get it. Let them boys hustle. Let them go ahead and, it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let them boys sell out. And then I'm not going to try to rob them for their work, but I've took whatever I would have came across, you feel me? But at the same time, I'm not there for that. If I know your ass read up today, I don't want to hit you today. Nah, I'm going to lay on you a little while. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until you get rid of most of that shit. So when I run down on you, you got the money. You see what I'm saying? That's how it was. I was robbing people that couldn't even report it. You see what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna call and report and claim I ran down on you and held you up? Jack, but let me get that. Took all these pounds and all these ounces of coke and all this different stuff up off you. Let me get that. No, there ain't nothing you can really do about it, but get it in blood. You feel me? So it's like, I danced with the devil before too. And when I went to the chain gang, it wasn't nothing to do the same thing. That's why I did stupid stuff when I was up the road. But I tell you what, when I knew I was getting shorter time and I knew I was coming home soon, I tried to pay attention and realize don't nobody give a shit about me, especially when I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? I had probably 1,000 people claim they was my dogs, but when I was up that road, I had a handful from the streets that I kept in contact with. Think about it. And then barely even spoke to them. I'm just being real. Out of sight, out of mind. People fall off. Everybody your dog till you get put in that jam. So me getting that patience made me take the time off of wanting to be a jack boy or missing the fact that I was a jack boy, to where it was just like, you know what? Now that I got time to see the whole field, like I said, and think, I'm thinking about all the people that was on my team that's no longer around right now. And that made me realize don't nobody give a shit about me. What I'm gonna do? Try to run up in here in this cell? Oh, let me get that. And rob people for phones like I had before? Oh, let me get that shit. You feel me? Get up before you get wet. You know what I'm saying? You flinch, I'm gonna cut you. I'll be right now. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna do that, and then what? Meet my maker? Run down on someone who got a life sentence, who got way more to die for? You feel me? Or who really don't give a shit right now about getting killed or taking a life, and then next thing you know, they resist, and then we fighting, and then who knows? Not everybody who's, the underdog can be the underdog. Some people end up fucking, shaking back and coming out on top. You feel me? It's like it's mano y mano. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you find yourself locked up in the chain gang, and you was a jack boy before, it's all on you to take my advice on what you should do. If you don't want to, if you want to continue to be a jack boy, hey, it is what it is. I still fuck with you. Hey, I don't hold nothing against you. You might get put in an institution where that shit's sweet, where you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in institutions where whole dorms stick together. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody jacking nobody, ain't nobody stealing, ain't nobody from a different dorm coming in here trying to put down and extort. I done been in institutions to where you got 90 inmates in one dorm standing together. So it's kind of like, if you ain't in an institution like that, and you're in some little low camp, petty camp where you can rob people here left and right, you know, hey, it is what it is, more power to you. But I tell you what, if I was one of them dudes you robbed, and I was up the road, and say I was soft and I wasn't living like that, and you literally robbed me at knife point and got away with it, after I done seen you do it about 2-3 people, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to reunite all them 3, 4, 5 people. I'm gonna try to make it where when we click them, man, let's go jump on this motherfucker. Straight up. He got 2 arms, 2 legs. There's 5 of us. You feel me? One grab an arm, one grab a leg, the 5th one aim straight for the face. That's it. I mean, I would literally be trying to make all of our soft asses come together, click up against this one individual and get his ass up out of here. You feel me? Let's say it today for everybody. That's literally what would be coming to my mind if I was one of them soft individuals that you got over on. Shit, I'd be thinking that if there was just 1 or 2 more people. Be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, man, you know, all it takes is a couple of softies to gang up on one tough person. You feel me? Look at ants and a beetle. Look how bigger a beetle is than ants. But boy, when they team up and they pile on that boy, then what? The force of all that on him is over with. Same thing. You feel me? So if you land in an institution, you get away with jacking everybody. All it takes is a couple softies to come together and think they can make one firm branch and spank your ass. That's literally what could happen. You feel me? And the institutions I was at, when you rob somebody, or even if someone tries to rob you or whatever it is, any type of conflict. There ain't even have to be no robbery involved. It could just be me and you got in an argument. The way it is both people can't sleep in this dorm tonight. One of us got to go. If you rob me, ain't no way in hell you're sleeping in this dorm tonight. No siree. If I robbed you, I wouldn't expect you to allow me to sleep here. So that means I'm going to be to where your ass got to go. Because I just robbed you. So if you rob me, I'm going to kill you tonight. You go to sleep. If I robbed you, you might kill me when I go to sleep. So either way, boy, one of us got to get from around here. That's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? So all that jack boy and shit, that shit gonna catch up to you. You feel me? And one of the things that stick with me, that one of my little females from back in the day told me when I was younger, and she told me being a thug is only cute for so long. That shit sticks with me, because when I find myself doing stupid shit, and I find myself in confinement, in the box, doing time, by myself, in a cell, locked down, by myself. Nobody in here, all because I did some stupid shit. Not only am I already dumb enough that I got arrested for something, but I'm dumb enough to where I got put in jail. Then I'm even dumber to where I got in trouble again to get sent to prison. Now I'm even dumber than that, than dumb, because I'm doing time now in the chain gang all these years. But now that I'm in the chain gang, after all that dumbness, I'm even, capital top head dumb, because I'm in confinement, which is doing jail inside of jail. So now I'm in there just dwelling on it, and I realize all this shit is thug shit. This is stuff I did as a thug. What comes with being a thug? Jail, prison. You feel me? But then when you sit back and you think about it and you got the time to think like I did, you'll catch on to where all this shit ain't, it's not really cool. You get what I'm saying? It isn't like what it once was when you were young, when you still had them chances to get out of jail, when you were a juvenile, when you're a G, you already painted the picture that you're a badass. But when you get older, you throw your whole life away. You see what I'm saying? And I spent majority of my time in jail, in prison, in a juvenile program, or on the streets in drama over being a jack boy. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dogs, 2 of my dogs, there was 3 of us, robbed my whole neighborhood growing up. We all shared the same fire growing up. We all had our names saved in the phone of the name Llama, because we all shared a 4-5 Llama. You see what I'm saying? And the things we did, We didn't give a shit. We knew you. We didn't know what it was and everything like that. That's why all of us, like when we were younger, we had everything in common. We still got shit in common today. And that's all of us got sent to prison. All 3 of us. We didn't even come across each other when we were locked up. One caught 5, one caught 7, the other one caught 4. And sue. That's it. Yeah, we were thugging it out there. We were being Jackboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to get down into the nitty gritty, you know, the shit that I break down, some shit that they should have on Stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being real. But it's like, you'll think the damn show Power is nothing compared to the shit that I went through. And I'm being real. And I'm white. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100. You feel me? But at the same time, it ain't cool. You feel me? And I'm grateful to learn patience and to fall back and change my whole mindset. My whole, you know, like Gucci Man said, oh, niggas scared to serve me. Shop with you Wednesday. Take from you Thursday. That's how we were. Straight up, we'd come to you and, oh, what's up, bro? Let me get da 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 da. Oh, and then when they're gonna tax, oh, no, bro, I gotta try. Damn, you can't do this for. Nah, all right, bro. It ain't no problem, bro. Yeah, fuck it all. Knowing, okay, bro, when I can't wait to hit him tomorrow. All right, say no more. Yeah, I'll pay that because I'm gonna get all that plus my money back, everything tomorrow for sure. You feel me? So you get what I'm saying? But it's like we done been through so much as a jack boy. And it all led us down the same road. You feel me? And I feel like being a jack boy and finding yourself in prison, you ain't gonna get far. It's only a matter of time. You got people in there that ain't never coming home that will take your life like that. You got people that come home soon that'll take your life like that. There's people walking around like they got a life sentence that don't. Why? Why do you think they do that? Because that's the type of environment you're dealing with. You gotta, you see, I'm just being 100 with you. It's more knife on knife, you know, on the streets, it's fire, you know what I'm saying? You know, hit a motherfucker from a distance, pat, 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 pat. But it takes a real killer to run up on you and, come here, get over here. Like Mortal Kombat, you feel me? I'm just being real. So it's like, you gotta like, take that shit with a grain of salt. This is my honest opinion of what happens to Jack Boys up the road. What could happen, most likely would happen. And if you skate through being a jack boy while you're up the road, then you land in a lucky ass camp. You feel me? Because I'll tell you what, you rob the wrong person at this place, land somewhere 5 years from now. You can rob someone at this institution, 2 years later get transferred here, 6 months later get transferred there, year later get transferred here, then move over here a year and a half later, and then that person's there. Knows these people, get them. You see, you never know. It's a small world. You feel me? If you're a jack boy and you're watching this, shit, drop a little 2 cents in the comment section. You feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real with them. Let them know. Let them know what the best solution is. Get up. Don't buck, right? But at the same time, if you find yourself locked up, I think you should take that time and, you know, just patience and watch what happens to all the other dumbasses that are doing that jack boy stuff. You feel me? If you're someone that's been locked up before and you've seen something happen to somebody that tried to rob somebody in there, drop it in the comment section. You feel me? They respect jack boys, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's always respected when that shit's taken than it is stolen. You feel me? If you break someone's lock, you know what I'm saying, or sneak in there and sneak something out of their room, that is stealing. Okay, nobody likes that. It's more respected when they walk up on you, throw the canteen bag at you, up that file, you know what time it is, fill that shit up. You know, like, it is more respected like that. But it is very dangerous. Because everybody that's watching you, that's giving you respect for doing that, if y'all get in an altercation down the road about anything, it could be betting over football, it could be, you know, a TV show, or anything like that, the first thing on that person's mind is to stab you. Because they seen you rob another individual with a knife. So their first instinct in their mind, not only did they respect you because you didn't steal, but in their mind, anything goes this way, that way. Their mind, they're thinking you're trying to get over on them. They've already seen you rob somebody. Or they feel like you're disrespecting them because you're about that life, because they seen you rob somebody before. See what I'm saying? It plants an image in your head to them other people. And I'm going to be real. If you're someone that runs around talking about, you know, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and you get into beef with someone like me, and all I hear you say is shoot 'em up, bang, bang, that's gonna make me think you got fire. You know, I'm gonna expect you to have fire. So that would make me wanna shoot 'em up, bang, bang first. You see? So you kinda like put yourself on a tier to where everybody looks at you like you're cool and they know you're about that life. But when drama comes, and you just think, oh, it ain't that serious. No, that person's thinking like, I'm gonna kill him, bro. I seen him, he done robbed 4 or 5 people, bro. He living. You see what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're getting yourself into, dog. But anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Y'all let me know y'all's input about Jackboys when they go up the road or not. You know what I'm saying? Do you think a Jackboy should change his ways and try to find a different way? You know, obviously you landed in here being a Jackboy, you feel me? So you might as well try to find a different route, you know, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or you think, no, let them do their thing, let them find out the hard way. I feel like there's some out there that deserve to find out the hard way. Fuck them, put them in there and let them do what they got to do until someone kills them. That's God's honest truth, because that's what's going to happen to some people. You feel me? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all being patient, waiting for me to drop the videos. You know, being a full-time dad, man, that shit be catching up to you. You know what I'm saying? I be, whew. But it is what it is, man. I appreciate it all. Y'all drop in the comment section, like I said. And make sure, like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.